Hi guys, and welcome back to another review. Today I'm not going to be reviewing a tank, I'm going to be reviewing a plane. Now, it was asked of me by one of my followers on Twitch by the name of effenbamm to review the Wellington series of bombers and what I thought of them. And well, I am a huge fan of the RAF. I'm British, of course, and as you can see, I have gotten pretty far. I do have several premium planes. I have gotten pretty far in the lineup, not as far as I have, as you can clearly see, in the Japanese, as I have practically all but 3 planes in the Japanese, simply because it's just Japanese cool to me. I prefer how the Japanese play. And again, in the Americans, I'm a bit behind on the Americans, sadly, but again, that's because I'm mostly, once I find a tier set that I like, I tend to stick with it. I see no point in getting anything past where I'm at. I'm gonna finally unlock the B-17G, and then I'm done with the bombers. I see no point in getting the Liberator or the Super Fortress or the B-57 or the B-57A or B. I don't see the point in getting any of those, but I'm going to go back to the review here, and we're going to be taking a look at the Wellingtons. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Wellington Mark 1C and what I honestly think of it. Well, you guys thought I was a bit mean when it came to the T-54 Scorpion Premium Tank from World of Tanks, and I'm not going to be nice now. I really ain't. This plane was never meant to be designed as a bomber. It was originally, and I'm looking right at the Wikipedia page here. Okay, so I'm going to quote the Wikipedia page. The Vickers Wellington was a British twin-engine long-range medium bomber designed in the mid-1930s. Okay. At Brooklands in Wedgebridge, Surrey, by Vickers Armstrong, chief designer Rex Peterson. So you, Mr. Peterson, deserve a kick in the nuts. In response to specifications B.9/32, issued in the middle of 1932, this called for a twin-engined day bomber of preferably higher performance than any previous design. It was widely used as a night bomber in early years of the Second World War, before being displaced as a bomber by a larger 4-engine heavies, such as the Avro Lancaster. So pretty much this thing was it wasn't a mainstay. Now, bear in mind the fact that it wasn't a mainstay. The bomber itself served in Australia, Canada, Czechoslovakia, Free France, Germany, Greece, New Zealand, Poland, Portugal, South Africa, and the United Kingdom. So she served in 11 countries. And also on the Wikipedia page, it shows images about its design and development. So I'm going to get to that real quick. The design and development. Wellington's used geodesic construction devised by Barnes Wells, inspired by his work on airships. So basically it's a blimp. And previously used to build a single-engined Westerly light bomber, the fuselage was built from 1,650 elements constructing of aluminum alloy, duralanium. W-beams formed the framework. Wooden battens screwed to the aluminum were covered with Irish linen, which, treated with layers of dope, formed the outer skin of the aircraft. The metal lattice, excuse me, edit break. The metal lattice gave the structure strength because one of the stringers could support came from the weight even of the opposite opposing side. So basically it was like a mesh, like a spider web, if you will. Blowing out one side of the beams would still have the aircraft the whole intact. As a result, Wellingtons with huge areas of framework missing returned home when other types wouldn't have even survived. The dramatic effect was enhanced by duped fabric skin burning off, leaving naked frames exposed. See photo. And there is a photo of a Wellington Mark 10, wing number HE239, from the 429th Squadron, Royal Canadian Air Force, where it has no tail. The tail is missing. It is gone. It is destroyed. The ball gunner is gone. The ball turret is destroyed. There's no ball turret anymore. It's gone. Rest in peace to that gunner. It's gone. The flaps are gone. Everything's gone, and yet it managed to land safely. So we've already established that this plane has no armor whatsoever. And we've already established that rifle caliber British 303s, which is what these are. These aren't 7.7s. These are British 303s. They're England's equivalent of what would have been 50 cals. Okay? They're British 303 rounds. Okay? How do I know they're British 303 rounds? Well, let's see. On the manufacturer's website, as well as Wikipedia and various other sources, they all say British 303. What does Gaijin say? Turrets are 7.7 Browning Vickers. So, that's wrong. The armaments on the plane are wrong. Now, for a plane that has no armor, why does it have a battle rating of 3.0? Why? Because of that little great big drum underneath, that 4,000 pounder. That big FU from England. It's her bomb load. Now, comparably, let's compare the Vickers, okay, to its German counterpart. So the Spavaro, the SM-79 Spavaro, because that's literally what it is. Both these planes were designed around about the same time, yet the Spavaro has armor. Well, how do you know this? There's the X-ray. See, no armor protection for this vehicle, so I stand corrected, sorry. So there's no armor on this bomber, okay. So let's go back. Take a look at the Wellington again real quick. Yeah. See? No armor whatsoever. And look where the fuel canisters are. All in the wings. So you want to take one of these things out, just aim for the wings. Don't bother aiming for the fuselage or the tail controls. Just aim for the engine and the wings. Boom, 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 boom. Just watch it burn. I hate to say it, but it's true. And it's the same with all the variants of Wellington. Nothing's changed from the Wellington 1C. 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, 7.7, which is horseshit because the Wellington Mark 10, even according to Wikipedia, got American 50 cals. Again, gay chin and their dumbest at their finest. Now this lineup is set for 3.7s. Okay? So I'm going to take her out into an arcade battle real quick. Cut, edit, break. And we're back, guys. Here we are on a ground strike mission on African canyons, which means good for me or bad for me, but either way, time to fly this turd of a plane. Okay, Wellington, minimum fuel tank load. I am going to take a 4,000 pounder. Let's go. I know it's overkill for killing light vehicles, but you know what? It's a great big way of saying F you. No, I don't plan on going for their HQ. The fact that we start off at 12,000 feet. Well, we have a Spavaro with us. Nice. Who else is with us? Just let's see. Got just me and the Spavaro apparently. Yep, we're the only bombers. Enemy team have a KI-45, so they do have. See, now you're seeing the tower shimmy as I was telling you about. When you try to use your WEP to gain altitude, notice the rear end is shimmying. That's a bug in the flight model. That shouldn't actually be there. Now I've got to lower my nose to gain some speed. So we're in what's known as a shallow climb. Also, the things they've gotten wrong so far, I'll explain more after this, but they've got the armament wrong. So 7.7s is not British 303s. British 303s is not 7.7 caliber. So they've got the guns wrong. They've even got the bomb load wrong. Okay, there's an Aerocobra. Yeah, cannons. Great. And he's coming right for me. Is he? Let's see. Yeah, he's coming right for me. But we got a friendly P63. Oh, you fucking beauty. I love you. Oh, love you. We've got a KI-43 coming in. Yeah. And that's why, I'm sorry, that's why they need to fucking fix bombers. Look at this shit. I understand that my plane is made of... Oh. And there you have it, guys. The crappy Wellington gets knocked out in the first 2 fucking seconds. And I literally have no fucking clue how you expect us to get, you know, 1,500 fucking 3,000 whatever plus EXP when a fucking Hayabusa can take you out. Gaijin, and that here's another little fucking say what for Gaijin to literally. I hate that. Fuck off. Smug cunts. Anyway, perils of being a YouTuber. And literally, well, what did they get wrong? Well, let's see. This is the 1C, right? Wellington 1C. First main production variant of the 1C was added to the Mark 1A with a total of 2,685 were produced. The Mark 1C had a crew of 6, a pilot, radio operator, navigator, bomber, aimer, observer, nose gunner, tail gunner, waist gunners. Now, where did they fuck up is where you're thinking. Where did they mess up, right? Here's where they messed up. Do you see what I'm saying? This is the sort of shit I have to put up with. 1 second, guys. Enjoy the blacklist, little cunt. Sorry, Red, I'm kind of busy right this second, mate. And so, the 1C. Right here, conversion of the Wellington for a test turbine. Turbinite. That was it. That's the only thing that the 1C had. We've already established that the 1C's weapons are wrong. Now, here's a little pisser for you. Are you ready? Do you see the speed? 130 mile per hour, right? Even under full load, a full 15,500 pound load, okay, which is nowhere near the 4,000 pound load that you get with the maximum bomb. Are you ready? 235 miles per hour. So they're already wrong on the speed, okay? So we've got the speed right, okay? Its service ceiling, i.e. its standard ceiling for its combat initiatives, was 18,000 feet. On high altitude, which is the altitude you start off in the game, is 14,000. So they've got that wrong, and why? Because they didn't want to nerf the Yar 2. They didn't want to nerf one of their own fucking piece of shit Soviet vodka-powered bombers, so they decided to nerf all bombers. And actually give the R2 a boost to its engines so it could climb faster. There's no biasm there now, is there? Yeah. Suck my left nut, you fuckers. What else? Its rate of climb is set at 1,120 feet per minute, or 5.7 meters per second. So why is the rate of climb set at 3.5? So the rate of climb is wrong. The takeoff time. Let's see. Power to weight ratio mass is wrong. The wing loading rate is wrong. Service. Yeah. So the maximum takeoff time is short by, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By almost 600 feet. So they've got this bomber completely fucking wrong. More wrong than they did the Tiger 2. And you guys know how I ripped them a brand fucking new one over the abuse of what they did to the Tiger 2. This bomber, in theory, is worse than World of Tanks' premium tank destroyer that they're coming out with the Americans, the M50 something Scorpion, because at least that has 1 millimeter of armor. This fucking thing has none. So please explain to me the piss poor stats. And if you guys are thinking, oh, it's because you don't have the upgraded engines, let me change the vehicle out then. Okay, let me change it out for one that I do have maxed out, shall we? Where are you? I know I've got one. I've got more bombers. Hang on. What fucking one is it? There it is. I know I was gonna say. I know I've got more bombers. Where are they? Wellington. No. This is gonna drive me nuts. Give me a second, guys. There's my Havoc. There's the Beaufort, the Bellum. Where the hell did I put my other Lancasters? Wellingtons. Because there's the waterways. Where the hell are you? Ah, there you go. Here's the 1C. Okay, this thing's maxed out. 252. Okay, let's change her out for the 4,000 pounder, which is what I've done. Apparently I don't have enough of those ones. Okay, so this one's all maxed out. max engine, max everything, right? Let's take a look. The all-night altitude is wrong. Rate of climb is somewhat near there. Turn time is completely wrong. Maximum speed is wrong. So yeah, it's completely wrong. They've got all the Wellingtons wrong. There's no ands, ifs or buts about it. They have gotten every fucking Wellington wrong. Like the waist gunners. The waist gunners weren't here. The waist gunners were in the side. What's the point in putting waist gunners up by the engines, you moron? What are you going to hit? The fucking engine! It's right next to the goddamn gun! Swear to God, just fucking wrong. All wrong. Fucking wrong. It's like taking something as legendary as a B-17. Okay? It would be like taking something as beautiful as this B-17. Okay? And grabbing all the gunners and shoving them in the nose. Doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But hey, that's gauging for you. Anyway, this review's gone on long enough. I'm going to end it here. We're to stay safe, have fun, and don't fly to Wellington. Cover Commander is out. Wandering around. Of course, biggest weakness is the upper chassis, with it only being 16mm. So you've got to be careful of artillery. Even light artillery will wreck you. You have to be careful of HE as well, because HE will wreck you. This isn't spaced armor, unfortunately. So don't give your opponents your sides if you can't, if you can't help it. Same as the turret. Turret's not really that strong, but it does have some sort of angling to it, 25-degree angling. So unless you're going down the hill with